Good morning. Hey now, PASW staff, clients. We have our friends join us for Thursday, where we get to go back to the town we all love, even though we've been here the whole time. But still, it's nice. You know, we got into some pretty good stuff with Gil Evans yesterday, and we talked about the art movement, abstract expressionism, and that maybe he came into the studio like a painter would come into the studio. You know, just good stuff to think about possibly with that one chord and that one piece, La Nevada. Hope you enjoyed that. Really like the advanced classes a lot. So, and then tomorrow we see your film scoring results for, what are we doing? Let's see. We're doing Big Night, right? There's so much stuff that I have planned for you, so it's sometimes hard to keep track. Okay, I mean, enough of this, because I really miss, we're going to look at not only LA, but Hollywood. So let's go to the town you love, I love, Lloyd loves, Carmel loves. And let's get right to work and look at the Hollywood Tower.
Hooray for Hollywood, that's gooey ballyhooly Hollywood, where any office boy or young mechanic can be a panic with just a good-looking pan.
And any shop girl can be a top girl if she pleases the tired businessman.
Hooray for
Lest anyone think we're going to Disneyland, no, it is a ride, and the ride actually is based on the original Hollywood Tower. I went there yesterday to take a look at an apartment, and not for me, but and it was really fun. So yes, I do a little research for these classes on foot too. So this building was there before the freeway. Now, of course, when you saw that opening, there's a freeway, but it was on that. It's on a hill, still standing proudly, beautifully. It's right above the Hollywood freeway, and it says the Tower. And it's been a big landmark ever since it was built in 1929. First segment of the Hollywood freeway was built around 1940. So it's got a good 11 years before any freeway is there. So it was known originally as La Belle Tour, large apartment building in Hollywood. And so Tower was built in 1929 and was a residence for people in what? In oil and drilling? No, in the entertainment business, right? Because if we think by late 1920s, we're into the film business. We're into talking pictures, and people, it's creating tons of jobs, right? For the economy of Hollywood. People are coming out west. All this stuff that Harry Chandler has created, the Hollywood sign is there. Let's look at our timeline just for the heck of it, because I spent a long time making it. So Hollywood Tower comes out the same year as Chateau Marmont. We looked at Chateau Marmont that came out, which was not a good year to have anything come out because the Great Depression hits in October. So that's poor planning, but I mean, these buildings still survive. People live in them today. Also, Catalina. We did a class on Catalina Casino out there. That is 1929, that is out. This is a year after City Hall, the building that we know today, because there was City Hall earlier. It's a great place because, why do you think? Location-wise, it's away from downtown, as we've been seeing with these other classes. Clifton's, I mean, we've been downtown a lot. That's why I kind of wanted to go a little bit west. But location-wise, it's perfect because it's in Hollywood. It's where people need places to live after the movie studios, right? Because you have Universal, which is right there. We looked at that. 1912, it opened as a movie studio, right? And then that whole gimmick with Carl Laemmle was like, come to our movie studio and watch movies being made. That's how it originally started, because we talked about that years ago we talked about that. MGM is there, 1924, MGM's there. 1924 also, Columbia's there. Paramount's there. So all the movie studios are very close, so you're gonna need housing for these people, right? So luckily they built very beautiful housing. So when the architects, Kramer and Wise, built this, it's kind of got like a French Normandy style, right? Very lovely. On that beautiful hill. So it's on Franklin. 1929 is the first Oscars too, right? I mean, the Academy Awards, which lasted 15 minutes or something like that. So Hollywood is blossoming really into this very profitable industry that has been around for a good 20, 30 years, but now it's solidified really. And so Disneyland, it was an inspiration for the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. And then Disneyland created a ride based on that. So that's probably why you've heard of Tower of Terror before. I was looking at stories. Supposedly it's haunted. Probably anything that old is probably a little bit haunted. Possibly, especially being in Hollywood with a lot of freaks and weirdos throughout the decades. The ride is based on a haunted event that happened at the Hollywood Tower, but I'm not sure if that's accurate. I did a little research with a friend, and we concluded that it said it might have occurred at the actual building, but it's kind of cool to be in a building where there's a ride based on. It was really lovely going there. There was a beautiful 2-bedroom apartment that now I'm a realtor. This is a commercial actually. That we looked at. Tons of sunlight. Very cool to see that some of these old buildings are still in good shape. Probably the biggest thing was the roof. The roof, it was just dynamite. It's so great because you can take your food up there, and right under the Hollywood sign you can just sit. And I was thinking how many people would give anything just to be, people trek all the way over here every summer. Tourists are always here. They'd give anything to be there. And there's very nice tables above there. Little garden area, chairs, very nice patio. There's two rooftops, and you just get a dynamite view of the observatory, of the Hollywood sign, of the freeway. Just gorgeous. So just thought we'd take a look at just this little pretty building sitting on the top of the hill. That's the Hollywood Tower. Hope you enjoyed that. Nice little dessert class or something. And tomorrow we'll see your film scoring results. So have a great rest of the day, and talk to you tomorrow. Bye.